To my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make this dress. So the first thing I did here is to cut out my fabric for my pattern. So I have my front and my back bodies here. So the width I'm working with is just my bust measurement divided by 4 plus extra 1 inch. So the width I have is bust of 42 divided by 4 is 10.5 plus extra 1 inch, that's 11.5. So that's the width of my fabric. So my front panel is on a fold this way and my back panel is into 2 with extra about 1.5 inch for my zip allowance at the back. So now I'm going to start to insert my measurement. I'm going to start with my shoulder. The shoulder I'm working with is 16 divided by 2 is 8. I'm going to mark that here, and then I'm going to come down here, insert my armhole, which is 20 here. I'm going to mark it by 2 is 10. Go up this way, connect it like this, and then curve it this way. And then I'm going to come down here by 1 inch for my shoulder slope here. And then I'm going to mark the basic neckline, which is 3 inches. Mark it here and then connect the two together this way. So you see, I'm going to just connect it to give with my shoulder slope. And then after that, I'm going to come in here, mark my bust measurement divided by 4 plus 1 inch, which is here. And then I'm going to come down here, mark my waist measurement divided by 4. My waist is 35, so divided by 4 is going to be 8.5, and then I'm going to add extra 1 inch of my darting, 9.5, extra 1 inch for seam allowance, so that's 10.5. I'm going to now connect it to this part here, and then at this point here for the front panel, I'm going to find the in between this part here. I have 9 inches, and then half of it is going to be 4.5. On this 4.5, I'm going to go in by half an inch here, and then I'm going to connect it with a curve to this part, and then with a straight line to this point this way. So this is basically my bodice now. So now I'm going to go ahead and cut out my armhole. This part here is only going to be for my front, so I'm just going to cut out this part for my back armhole. So guys, as you can see now, I've marked out everything like this. So I've cut out my back neck, my back armhole, cut out the excess here, and then my shoulder slope. I'm going to just cut out about 1 inch for my back neckline so that I can separate my back neckline and my front neckline now. So I'm just going to come down here by 1 inch on the neckline here, connect it this way. I'm going to cut it both on the front and the back, so I'm going to just remove that now. So I've cut that out now. So my back bodice is basically done here. So all I have to do for the darting, I already have a video on how to do all this, but for the darting, I'm going to just mark my nipple to nipple, which is 8 divided by 2 is 4. I'm going to mark 4 here, distance from this point to this point. And then I'm going to mark my shoulder to my bust, which is about 11 inches here, and then I'm going to come down 1 inch before that, which is at 12 inches, and then I'm going to connect this point to this point, mark half an inch on each side, and then connect it. This is just the basic way of putting in this dart. I already have my basic bodice video, so I'm just going to notch this part all the way through on the 4 layers of the fabric, so I know that my dart is at this point, even at the back. The back dart is going to stop all the way up to my chest line, is where it's going to stop. So after that, I'm going to separate these two now. You can go ahead and cut out this armhole part now. Since you've separated the back and the front, you can go ahead and cut this out. I've cut it out now, square. So the square, I'm going to be like a square neckline. So I'm going to use 7 inches. It depends on you what you want to use. So from the shoulder to down to this point is 7 inches, right? And then I'm going to come in here by the same 3 inches so that I can get the same width I have here. So now I'm going to connect this straight this way, and then this one straight this way. So now I have my square on this side. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to open it up, and I have the square neckline now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, and it depends on you what you want to do. I'm going 3 inches, but this is where my center of this neckline is, right? The center part of this. So on this side, it depends on you where you want this the curve, the angle to be. So I'm going to use this side. So this is going to be my straight part, this is going to be the angled part. So this part that is going to be straight, I'm going to just come in here by about 1 inch. So, and then I'm going to just connect it all the way to this point like this. I'm going to just connect it all the way to this point. The one on the picture, if you want, you can just connect it directly to the end, so that way you have a straight one and then a curved one, if that's what you want. But if you want, you can just bring it in a little bit, bring it in like 1 inch or 2 inches. That way this one also is just like the V moved one side. But the one on the picture, the one on the thumbnail, is exactly, I think is exactly to the end, like it's connected to the end, not like 1 inch away from the end. And then after that, now you're going to connect this point to this point. But what I'm going to do for mine is that I'm going to give it a curve, because I don't want this part to be up to my neck. So I don't want this part to be cutting off on my neck here. So instead of making this a straight line, I'm going to just come in here and blend this a little bit so that it has some curve to it and not look so straight. So I'm going to give it some curve this way, and then this one is going to be straight like this. So now I'm going to cut this out. This is going to be my neckline. But guys, like I said, if you want, you can make yours straight. Just once you draw out this square, just connect this point to this point, and then this is going to be one side. That's up to you. But I'm making mine this way. Just remember to give it a slight curve here, because you don't want this part to be choking you on your neck, like straight up on your neck, because remember, you've not come down 3 inches here. You're just using the 1 inch of your back neckline. So now I'm going to just cut mine out. So guys, fabric here is folded into 4. So now I'm going to cut a full circle. You can cut half a circle if you want to. If you want, you can cut full circle. So now to cut this full circle, I already have a video on how to do that. So mine, I folded it. It's folded into 2 like this way. And then after folding it into 2, I'm folding it again into 4. So now what I'm going to do is just to go ahead and insert my measurement. So the bottom part flare, so you're going to check from your waist where your body stops to so the top body is going to stop at my waist. So from my waist to my knee is where I want the dress to be. I'm not making mine mid knee like the mid calf like the one on the thumbnail. So I'm making mine just on my knee. So it depends on you where you want your length to be. So for me, that's going to be about 21.5. So I'm going to add extra 1.5 to it. That's 23 on the dot for my length where I want it to be. So after that, so now I have the length I'm working with. So now what you're going to do to get the waist part is just divide your waist measurement by 6.28. So the waist I'm working with is 35. I added my zip allowance about 1.5. After dividing everything, my waist is 35 plus the 2 inches is like 37, and then you're going to divide it by 6.28. So for me, I got about approximately 6 inches on the dot. So now I'm going to take that 6 inches and mark it round here all the way like this. Just from this point here, I'm going to just place my tape and mark 6 inches. So from this end of this part here now, I'm going to insert the length I want mine to be. So like I said, it's 23 inches on the dot. So that 23 inches is marked here, right? So now I'm going to put back my tape to the top here so that I can figure out the full length. So 29 is what I need. So now placing my tape at this point here, I'm going to mark 29 all the way like this to the end. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. I'm going to cut out the waist part first. And then I'm going to cut out this bottom part now. So guys, this here is my full circle. You can do half a circle. I have a video for all these things on my channel. So you see, this is my circle for my skirt here. So if you open it up, it's like a full circle that I cut here. So you can make yours longer if you want to. So now all I have to do is just to slit open one side. So this is going to be my zip allowance part here. I'm going to do now, this is what I'm using for the collar. I'm going to take it and then I'm going to place this right on top of it. You see, this is my front bodice here, and then you're going to make sure you have about 5 inches on each side, like 5 inches here, 5 inches at the bottom, 5 inches on the side, like whatever you're using to cut it. It's not like you're using the whole 5 inches just to be safe, right? So I've placed mine and I've made sure I have enough room even underneath it. So now I'm going to go ahead and trace out the neckline. If you want, you can pin it down before you start tracing, but I'm just going to place my hand on it, and then I'm going to mark. This is where my center part is. I'm going to just mark this part out, right? Just make sure you mark everything out this way with your chalk, right? and then I'm going to mark it this way so that I know that this is where the shoulder is. I've marked it out now. So now you see I'm including the shoulder part here. So now I'm going to remove this. All I have to do now is to replicate. I'm going to start adding what I need. It depends on you, the length you want your collar to be. The width, so for the sides here, I want them to be about 3 inches. So at this point here, that's 3 inches including my seam allowance. So that's what I'm using at this side. So I'm going to be marking distance of about 3 inches from this point, 3 inches on this point, like this down. But then getting to this point here, on this straight line here, because this is going to be the center straight line here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark about I want it, the one on this side, I want it to be about 4 inches down here. So now I'm just going to find a way to just blend this in from this point of this here. I'm going to blend it into this side this way, right? And then on this one here, I'm going to move it away, just give it an angle on this side, and I want this one here to be about 3.5 on this side, or you can as well do it the same 4 inches on this side, it depends on you. And then I'm going to connect it to this side this way, blend it into this angle, and the same 3 inches I used on the other side, I'm also going to mark that same 3 inches here, distance of 3 inches from this point to this point, just like that. And then I'm going to blend it in this way. So this here is going to be my collar. So you can go back in and make sure your lines are good, and then I'm going to just go ahead and cut this out. So guys, as you can see, I've cut mine out. So all I have to do now is just to use about 1/4 of an inch to sew it down all the way, because I cut 2 of it here, but I cut it right side facing each other. So the right side is here, this is the wrong side, the part with the chalk is the wrong side of the fabric. So all I have to do now is take it to the sewing machine, 1/4 of an inch is what I'm going to use, sew it all the way around to this part, and then I'm going to leave this part open here. So the only part I'm going to sew right now is just here and then down to this point, the same here and then down to this point. I'm going to leave this part here open, and this part open, and this part open also. So guys, as you can see, I went ahead and sewed it right side facing each other and flipped it inside out. Like I said, you're going to leave this center part open. So now now that I've finished, you see I just placed it on the neckline this way, and then I'm going to just pin it down this way. And you see I also placed the other one the way it's supposed to be, right? One thing you should also remember is that the shoulder, so when you're trying to trace it, don't forget to put the line of your shoulder before you start marking the 3 inches down, so that you can get the shoulder slope, because if you don't, you might go below or you might go above. So just try to mark the line of this shoulder slope also, so that you can be able to then start from that point to start tracing your 3 inches. So now that this is done, all I have to do is I'm going to take my back panel. As you can see, I've also picked the dart for my back. I'm going to join the shoulder of the back and the front on this side, right? So once I join it, you see it this way. I'm going to join it on this side, and I'm also going to join the shoulder on this side. So guys, you can see mine is done at this point. So all I have to do is I have my bias here. All I have to do is to use bias to turn it over. If you're using a fabric that is lighter, you can do lining also. So you can just make another piece of this without the collar, and then just use it, flip it over like a lining, just join all the neckline round and then flip it inside out. That way you've finished the neckline. Or you can do bias also. So bias is what I'm using for mine. So once I do that, I'm going to go ahead cutting the sleeve I'm going to be using for this, and then I'm going to join the bottom flay. So guys, this is it here. I'm going to just go ahead, attach my sleeve, and then I'm going to attach the bottom. This is what I'm using for the bottom flay. So I'm just going to attach it, making sure that this part that is open is going to be at the back with the zip, and this side here is going to be the center front. The only slit part is the part that is going to the back where the center zip is. So I'm going to go ahead and couple all my outfits together. The sleeve, I'm going to insert a video on how to cut the sleeve. I already have many tutorials on how to cut the sleeve, so I'm going to just insert that. And I finished mine. Just use bias to finish up the neckline. And as you can see, I used the bias, but I made the stitch underneath, not on top. So you see how I made the stitch, because I don't want it on top of this part. The only part I made the stitch is just at the beginning of the shoulder, because I had to do that because of the bias at the back. So that's basically it here. I joined the bottom here. So this is what mine looks like. It has a zip at the back. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Bye.